brings you to the Russian Automotive Forum?
Well, as you know, we have a manufacturing plant in Russia. We have looking to get some significant business and growth in Russia. Russia offers a big opportunity for Johnson Matthey in the automotive sector. There's many conferences in Russia on automotive, but I guess we find that the Adam Smith one is by far the most professional and best for us, most useful. It typically gets all the major industry players together for a couple of days and allows us to have a lot of good contacts, a lot of good meetings, and hopefully improve our business position in Russia.
Gazprom Lubricants is a supplier, is a producer of modern lubricants and components. Recognize this event is very important for us to understand the needs of our potential clients, original equipment manufacturers, because we understand that today, if we don't know the needs of our clients, we cannot make an effective offer to build the long-term strategic relations with our clients.
Yeah, we decided 2 years ago to come to the Russian market, and was the challenge to present IV on the Russian market for our clients, to represent all our business, of course, yes.
And has it been successful so far for you?
I think so, yes. I hope so. We will see. That will bring the business after the show, of course.
Наша компания предоставляет достаточно широкий спектр услуг для автопроизводителей. Мы являемся лидирующей компанией в области телематических услуг связи, компанией, которая прежде всего пытается предоставить высокое качество услуг, такие виды услуг, как страховая телематика, теледиагностика, и в дальнейшем мы считаем, что это будут очень интересные и полезные услуги для автопроизводителей.
Actually, we are concentrating on the technology that is providing reduced fuel consumption and prolonged working life of engines and transmissions, and mainly focused on after-sales market for dealerships and car workshops. And here we see a unique opportunity to talk directly to OEM, to car manufacturers, to set up in their channels and to offer it under the umbrella of the main brands. So it's basically it's a unique opportunity to make cars working better, work longer, and spend less money for fuel. It's easy to use the after-sales market.
This is definitely one of the famous automotive events in Russia. You can see, speak and meet here many senior level people. We call it C-level, so it's the CEOs, CFOs, CIOs and the head of production. And there are a lot of OEMs presented here, and also Tier 1 and Tier 2 suppliers and components. And I participate in these events third time, and I'm really happy to be here and to meet with the senior level people.
I'm the first time here, first time as a speaker as well, so I was a participant of an open discussion about automotive suppliers in Russia, foreign suppliers, local suppliers. I think it was quite interesting, very productive. The main thing is in any public event to know a lot of new people, which is very important for business and also which is a kind of professional development. So it's great.
I've been trying to attend this forum for several years now, and every year it becomes better and better. Attracts more and more people. I think it's the #1 forum in Russia at this point.
We're coming to this automotive event for 4 years now, as it is the most interesting event in Russia for specialist automotive suppliers, and we as Johnson Controls are one of the key players in this area.
it's in general a very interesting event in Russia, which is worth visiting, and that's why we are here every year. And it's a good opportunity for everyone in the automotive industry to come together and to meet with the colleagues, to meet with your partners, and to meet with your with your colleagues and with the customers that you are working every day on a daily basis, doing business together. But here you can also discuss the other things, and you can get the feeling of how the industry is doing, what is the general atmosphere among your colleagues. And it's always good to bring up the topics that are really urgent for everyone who is in the automotive business in Russia. Like, for example, this time it was the WTO, and it's on everybody's mind, and everybody is discussing and trying to predict the consequences of this event for the industry and for the market.
I think it's one of the most attractive, I'd say, was useful forums, at least in Russia. So where you can you can update quite a bit of things, and you can probably do networking pretty well.
I can tell that from yesterday and today we got a lot of very interesting information, and we recognize this event as very valuable because the meetings, communications, these presentations gives us a bit of taste what the market today is and what kind of trends we should expect in the future.
Actually, our main focus for recent years was in industrial markets, and we are just entering the car market for at least maybe 2 years maximum. We have more than 300 authorized dealerships now in Russia, but with car manufacturers we're just starting. So our main goal is to be more legitimate for them.
You made a pause after overtake Germany. We just did it. Just a few years ago. I mean, quite a number of years ago. So no, actually, we're Russia and Germany are very close. I can't say, but if we can go on like that, but pretty soon. So hard to say if it's going to be the next year or the next year but one, but very soon.
Well, the predictions are what we are talking about 3 years, 2016, 15.
It's difficult to forecast. 3 years.
It depends, of course. There are several factors that will impact that, but we all know what are the general tendencies and what is the, let's say, the common forecast for that. So I think that it is a kind of a benchmark for Russia, and everybody is always saying that Russia is the competition for Germany in terms of the market volume.
If you talk about production, it will be maybe in 2016. If we talk about car sales, that may even be in 2015.
Hope in the next 2-3 years.
Electromobiles and hybrids, does the future belong to them?
Just the future? I think yes, because it's become hard to smell the air, you see, with too much lead in it. So I could think if there's a chance, if everybody, it's not a simple question, but if the companies are doing research on this and they do practice, then probably this is the future. I don't know how soon, but it has to be the future, because otherwise there's no ecology and we're not going to survive.
I believe Russia doesn't have a technology at this point, and I think it would more relate to their foreign OEMs who would bring this technology to Russia.
I think in Russia this future will come later than in Europe or in the US. So we'll quite stick to traditional cars. So it will come, I think, in 30 years.
I think if we are talking about the world, I think yes, it belongs to hybrids and electromobiles, because we are all about the environmental problems that we're facing right now, and we cannot just turn away from them. But when it comes to their short-term forecast in future, then the major problem for the end users, for the end customers, is how they're going to get along with these cars. And if we take Russia, I don't know, for example, how soon it will be convenient to use the hybrids in Russia. So,
at the moment, I don't share this optimism. If you think about what's happening right now in the US with the GM car, I think it will be very likely the same in Germany with the new car now, with the Volt, and the market is not ready for that yet.
Definitely yes, but nobody knows when. And I think it's a future, but companies have to be very cautious when investing a lot of money in these new technologies, because you can invest a lot and the output would be not so big one.
And the WTO, good for the automotive industry in Russia, yes or no?
Personally, I'm not an expert, you see. From one side, it looks like it's going to bring benefits, but from the other side, it looks, they say, it's going to kill the domestic industry. And for me, as not an expert, it's hard to say whether it's going to be good. But, well, I'm afraid it's not that good. So, but I can hardly say it's absolutely bad.
I think this subject is very difficult. In my personal opinion, WTO should come to Russia in about 10 years from now, similarly to China. But because Russian government made the decision to do it, I believe there are reasons for it.
I'm not sure, no.
If you want a short answer, yes or no, then I would say yes, it's good. If for the detailed answer, you can also turn to my colleagues, and because everybody has brought up this topic today and yesterday as well. So I think it's in the long term it should bring good to the industry, but of course we are all facing the risks that it's bringing to the, for example, to the forecast of this year.
In general, yes, it is good because it gives some challenges for the local Russian suppliers to improve the quality and to become more cost effectiveness.
Definitely yes. We think it would be a number of percentage growth, totally for economy around 4%. For automotive industry, I think it would be roughly 5 to 10% additional growth.